September 25th, 2017. Welcome to the Philly Podcast. It is Victory Monday as the Eagles win in dramatic fashion against the New York Giants yesterday. That was probably one of the best Eagles games. Probably one of the best Eagles games I've ever watched. Obviously, I've seen some better, some worse. Obviously, some games top it. But, it's not the best Giants game I've ever watched, I will tell you that. But, since Miracle at the Meadowlands takes that, the one with Deshaun Jackson, I wasn't even born to see Herman Edwards, and, I was very young when Brian Westbrook returned the punt against them. In, 2003? I think it was 2003 where Westbrook returned that punt. I do have that picture, though, and it's signed, so... I might have been watching on my dad's lap as a little kid or something. But, the fact that, this is a game, you will look 3 quarters in that game. 3 quarters. The Eagles are dominating. Offensive side of the ball, we're moving it. We established a running game. Defensive side of the ball, we're letting the Giants get some yards here and there. With the these little quick passes that Eli's getting. But, they... A couple times he should have pounced the ball in the end zone, but then it wears, it wears on him that, their quarterback is not like ours. He's not that mobile. We can't really do a QB sneak with him. And your running backs are they're not really much rough and tough running backs like LeGarrette Blount. So the Eagles had that luxury in the red zone, while the Giants didn't. And, the Eagles, they really hung tough in 3 quarters, and then get to the 4th quarter. The Giants scored that 1 touchdown, and then it looks like, with the play with Ertz, looks like he was going to get a first down and move the chains, and then he fumbles. And, I felt like on that possession, if Ertz didn't fumble, we would have put that game away, and we would have won that game pretty easily. But since it's an Eagles-Giants game, it has to have a dramatic freaking ending to it. It has to have a little drama. Beckham scores a touchdown, and I think that was the second one. He scored the first one, he scored the first 2, and then, I think on the one he did the friggin' dog taking his shit or whatever the hell it is. That was, Beckham's Beckham's a weirdo. He's a friggin' drama queen. I don't really care what the Giants do with him, but anyway, so they tie the game up. Eagles, they get a 3 and out on their next possession. Giants have all the momentum. They get the ball back. And then I think 2 plays. They were on the 1 play, which was a stopped run, and then the second play was a touchdown pass, a quick slant touchdown pass to Sterling Shepard, who really showed off his speed on his touchdown. Giants take the lead. Eagles march down the field. Corey Clement ends up scoring a touchdown for us, first of his career, and then the Giants march down the field again, kick a field goal. Eagles march down the field, kick a field goal. Well, we got 2 minutes left here. Less than 2 minutes. Giants get the ball back, 3 and out, a couple penalties, and the Eagles get the ball back with 7 seconds left. Carson Wentz throws a little dart to Alshon Jeffrey, and then there is the magic moment where Jake Elliott put the ball in between the uprights from 61 yards away. That's just nuts. That was nuts. Now, the one thing that's kind of caught my eye. The one thing that I wanted to bring up here. Now, Jake Elliott, that was a clutch shot. That was a clutch shot. And, if the ball was short, it would have gone to Odell Beckham's hands, and then God knows what would have happened with that. But I think the Eagles played a great game through 3 quarters. I think, they played a great game. They showed that they were dominating this Giants team. They showed that, they were the better team. And, it was how I thought it was going to be. going into the game. But, once the fourth quarter hit, they got that one touchdown. I'm like, okay, maybe we could get the ball back. We can answer. We can take a 2-possession lead. I don't care how we do it. Kick a field goal, score a touchdown, do it. Move the ball. It looked as if, though, that was going to happen until Ertz fumbled that ball, and that was the key point. The Giants ended up winning yesterday. That would have been the key point in the game. Because that was the turning point that gave the Giants momentum. They already had momentum from scoring the touchdown. They fed the momentum with that fumble, and then Beckham scored the touchdown. And then the Eagles, Giants were just playing with fire at that point. They were playing with they had a fire lit up their ass, and they were ready to go. They were ready to play. And then we all know what happened from there. I mean, the Eagles could have ended that game in the fourth quarter. They could have ended that game. They could have shut the Giants down in that fourth quarter if Ertz didn't fumble that ball. But, although he did play a bad game, I thought I saw a lot of maturity once. Taking them down the field in that Clement drive, sneaking that throw to Jeffrey, although, that wasn't really in field goal range. Thank God Elliott hit one from 61 yards.
Good news in Indianapolis, Colts quarterback Andrew.
But I think I see a lot of improvement in Carson Wentz. I really do. I really see a lot of improvement. And the thing is, I know it didn't really have much of a good game. He took a while to throw the ball. It was 21 for 31, I think 185 yards, under 200 yards passing. But the Eagles established the run game. So it wasn't like the first two games where, I was just throwing the ball constantly. But, he took him down the field when it was crunch time. He took him down the field. And that's one, that was something that I wanted to see established, that we saw that was established in the Ravens game last year when he took him down the field. And, they could have won the game. They could have tied the game. But, Doug wanted to, play for the win and go for the 2-point conversion. If you guys recall that Ravens game last year in December, late in the season. So, yeah, that was that. But, I have a lot of confidence in Wentz. 100%. He might not be Tom. He might not have a great game, but he can really show up for you when it's crunch time. And he took him down the field on 2 possessions, I should say, on the Clement touchdown, which was great, and then he took him down the field with an Elliott kick, the game-tying field goal. So, I mean, those are just 3 examples, 3 possessions where Carson Wentz really showed up for the Eagles. What else is there to say? The Eagles could have really beat, the Eagles could have really taken care of the Giants yesterday. I had a feeling that at a point in that game it was going to be shut out. At a point in that game, I thought, like in the third quarter, I thought the Eagles were going to end up shutting down the Giants. But the Giants did get a lot of yards. I think the Giants did, they really, gave it to our defense, although they didn't, they were shut out through 3 quarters. The slant, don't get mad, don't flip out because the Eagles didn't get a sack. I mean, they came with a game plan. The Giants came with a game plan. Eli Manning was just throwing the ball. He was doing the quick slants, and it worked for him. I think that's what they're going to do going forward. When you have a talented receiver like Beckham, when you have talented, speedy receivers like Beckham and Shepard, and then you got a size guy like Marshall, we could do it all day. I mean, with the shitty line, that's what the Giants going to do. Looks like going forward and work for them in that game. Eagles defense, that's another key thing that they really couldn't shut down the Giants yesterday. With the defensive backs that are not there, and obviously Cox couldn't really. I know Eli was getting off the quick passes, but Cox wasn't there for part of the game for most of the game for a pass rush. Jordan Hicks wasn't there to do his little coverage thing. At the linebacker position, so there's 2 losses on defense in that game. It looks like hopefully they'll play this week. And then we got the news today that Darren Sproles in one play broke his arm, broke his wrist, whatever hell it is, and tore his ACL in one play. And, I was just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Big playmaker. It's tough to see him go down. And that's a guy that was planning to retire after the season. I want to see that guy, make it, have a nice run here, top off his run maybe with a nice playoff appearance. And, it looks like that's not going to happen. I want to see that guy play one more year. I don't want to see that guy go down like that. I want to see him play one more year, but, that's his call. So the Eagles, 2-0 in the division, 2-1 record. I mean, last night, both defenses were shot. Both defenses were shot in the fourth quarter. They were. The Giants had their issues on defense and late in the game. Eagles had theirs. The Giants couldn't stop a run. Eagles, they had some trouble with the pass, the quick passes by Eli in that game. So, they're going to have to, they're going to play next week. They got a team in LA, the Eagles. I don't, Melvin Gordon, I don't know what his status is. I know he got hurt, but then they still have Keenan Allen. That's another team that's going to be hungry for a win. LA, they just lost to Kansas City, and they should be a 2-1 team right now. But their kicker missed 2 game-winning, missed 2 very big field goals in both their first 2 games. So they should be a 2-1 team right now. So that's who we have next week. The Giants go down to Tampa Bay. They'll play the Bucs. That'll be probably a tough game for them, but we'll see where that goes. Hopefully the Giants will go going forward. They're pretty much exterminated, and I think that's the best way. I thought that a lot after the game about how this will affect both teams, how this game will affect both teams, and for the Giants, it's a crusher. You lose your first 2 games, you play like absolute shit. You play like garbage. And you get in the third game, you're getting your ass kicked for 3 quarters, and then you come all the way back, and then a kicker hits from 61 yards and beats you. And, the Giants are going to be very low going into the next few weeks. They're going to be very low in confidence. But, we'll see. Maybe they'll put that behind them. We'll see. They have a very good quarterback who knows how to play. So, we'll see where that goes. But, that you never know. That could be a crusher for the Giants. But that's, the Eagles. I'm glad the game was won by the Eagles, obviously. We were the better team. But yeah, I think we should have won that game earlier. I think we really should have won that game earlier than it was. By, with the Ertz fumble possession. A lot of talk about Steven Wisniewski going into the left guard position. Chance Warmack did not have a very good game. So, Wisniewski went in, filled in. He put on a nice few blocks. I thought Warmack was going to be nice, a nice different, it was going to be nice because, Sam Olive got hurt and everything. But that didn't turn out to be the case. So it looks like Wisniewski's going to be there. Hopefully he'll be there all year. But one thing that really bothers me is this whole Eagles fans is that Sproles is gone for the year. And he's going to probably be gone for his career. You don't have that transition back. You don't have that good punt return. It's crushing. It's very crushing. Now, you could ask for Adrian Peterson. You could ask, I want to see a little bit. I think Corey Clement might have it. I think I'm a big Corey Clement guy. After that touchdown, that guy can move. Corey Clement can move a little bit, so I really like Corey Clement. I'm not saying he's as good as Darren Sproles. He's not, but I think he can do stuff. I think he can really. So, they next week, so they're going to have their hands full. With Joey Bosa. I'm more worried about the Chargers' offensive attack. I mean, especially Melvin Gordon's healthy, because they do have an established quarterback. They do have Philip Rivers. Tyrell Williams. So there's on the Chargers team. This is a away game, so the Eagles. I think this will be the farthest trip, the farthest they've gone. Obviously, going to LA, playing in a soccer stadium. The Chargers have had 2 home games. So this will be the 3rd home game playing. I don't think there's been a line announced yet, probably because week 3, as a matter of fact, hasn't ended. So, but I would expect the Eagles to be the favorite. I want to see a more crisp game for 4 quarters out of this team. No bullshit, no turnovers. No, you might allow. I think defense might allow a touchdown 2 here or there, but I want a crisp game. I want a crisp game. Contain Philip Rivers, because I see us winning this game pretty good. Not like, but I see us getting out of LA with a nice win. And I want to see both the offense and defense click. I want to see Blunt a lot. I want to see Clement a lot, and I want to see Smollett a lot. And that was very nice. It was very nice to see the Eagles have a run game. It was very nice to see the Eagles have a run game. Because with the run, we already know. Wentz played a pretty good secondary yesterday. He played Janoris Jenkins. He played Eli Apple, Lena Collins. He has some pretty good players on that Giants secondary, and plus their they have a decent pass rush with J.P. Vernon. But their rise with the run defense yesterday. I thought the run defense would be pretty good because they have Snacks. But it really wasn't. I think you look at last year. Other than Zeke, they didn't play much of a bowl with the running backs. They didn't play like a guy like Blunt. Blunt, he just destroyed. He shaded off tacklers. It was just cool. It was very cool to see. So yeah. So the Eagles are obviously 2-1, 2 division wins. Giants 0-3. They are just going to find themselves in the cellar division. Hopefully for the year. Hopefully you can get. The Giants. If you're a Giants fan, it's just a tough year. I don't think their GM's going to last after the season. Because he did not do anything about their line. What else? Yeah, so they're 0-3. I don't think they're. We'll see about next week with the Bay. The other team playing in the division yesterday or last night was Washington. They absolutely outmatched Oakland. And, that's kind of a scary thing because when Oakland usually loses like that, it's like games in the cold. And I'm assuming they're in Washington. It was pretty warm outside. It was pretty comfortable. It was nice. But, they played like crap. The Raiders played like crap last night. Redskins just ran over them. So Redskins are 2-1. I think they'll find themselves in the second place as of right now. And then we get to the Cowboys win tonight. They'll find themselves in second place. Redskins will bump down third because Dallas, they have a division win under their belts. So, yeah. Do I think they're going to win tomorrow? Tonight, the Cowboys, I don't think they are. I think they're a little bit banged up. We'll see where that goes. So, yeah. So, nice one. Now I get to bring up, now ever since. Now, yesterday was a peak in this whole Colin Kaepernick, anthem sitting, kneeling, fist up, whatever the hell it is. Personally, I think it's very disrespectful to not even for your team to not even come out for the anthem. I know college teams don't come out for the anthems, but that's something that's you've seen through the years. It's just you don't see the college teams coming out for the anthem because in college football you have the marching bands, you have everything, you have warm-ups. So at a college game, they play the anthem before the teams even touch the field for the game. But the Steelers didn't come out. The Seahawks didn't come out. I don't think the Titans came out. The fact that everyone's flipping out over Trump saying that it was disrespectful to not even come out for the anthem. It's just terrible. It's terrible. Calling them sons of bitches. He should. He's right. Donald Trump is right. Okay? I don't get what the hell they're protesting over. I don't get what the hell they're protesting over. I don't get what the hell. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't think black people are being oppressed in this country. I don't. I think everyone's equal right now. You're making yourselves not equal, and you want to cause some diffusion in this country. It's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. I want to be able to watch football. Don't even involve politics. Last time I checked, football, is something to get away from this whole politics. And, with the whole, the election was crazy as it was. People have to chill. People have to chill. And it's very disrespectful, when you're making billions of dollars and you're sitting for the anthem when there's a veteran somewhere that has lost a leg or an arm and he's standing on his wheelchair or on his, it's just stupid. I cannot stand these people. I cannot. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the flag. It's disrespectful to veterans. But it's just stupid. We should talk about it right now here.
And we're still ignoring that the black man is feeling disrespected. So what do? We call his mother a B-word.
It's stupid. It's stupid. Oh, the friggin' ESPN. ESPN's just a joke.
Earlier this year that he was assigned to the team, he would stand for the anthem, and if it's
But yeah, I think it was a whole act by Colin Kaepernick when he started this thing that it was for him not to get cut. That's just simple. Colin Kaepernick, the fact that they want Colin Kaepernick in the NFL is just stupid. He's not even that good of a player to be in the NFL, to be honest with you. He's not even that good of a player. See, I can care less about him. I think it's just so disrespectful that the NFL players are doing this. I really do. Because God forbid, I can't, if I get a job, I cannot say anything about politics on my job, or else you get fired. But these people are getting away with it. It's just stupid. It's just flat out stupid. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about it. I think yesterday, it was nice to see the Eagles win. I just couldn't stand this whole thing. I can't stand this whole friggin' sitting for the anthem thing. I really can't. So, yeah. Good game by the Eagles yesterday. Great game. On to LA. They're playing the Chargers. Giants go to play Tampa Bay next week. The Redskins next week. I'm just talking about the NFC East. Next week, they have a Monday night game against Kansas City. And then the Cowboys play next week? The Rams. So Cowboys, Rams next week. Redskins, Chiefs, Eagles, Chargers, Giants, Bucks. Hopefully, we might be the only. I mean, the Cowboys might. No, we'll see what happens tonight. But I don't think the Cowboys. I mean, that might be a tough game for the Cowboys tonight. So yeah. Also, how about the Minnesota Vikings? With Case Keenum. Speaking of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I mean, him and Diggs just lit them up. Lit them up. So Tampa Bay is 2-1. What else? Green Bay came back and won. New England won. No surprise. No, we're used to New England winning. Trying to think. Whole thing with Detroit, that's crazy. When Golden Tate, the 1 year line, but I think Detroit's still in a good spot. I mean, they're still a pretty good team. I think they have a chance of being an elite team in the NFL this year. Denver lost. Steelers lost. So there's a couple upsets. There was a couple upsets and a couple almost upsets. I consider the Eagles-Giants game an almost upset. I consider the Patriots. I definitely consider the Patriots-Texans game an almost upset. So, yeah. So, yeah, purrs. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm making a lot of noises here. A great win by the Eagles yesterday. Great win as we end the podcast. A nice victory Monday. Great victory yesterday. Proud of this team. Proud of this team for hanging in there. I'm proud of them. I mean, they didn't blow it. Now, was it a miracle? It was a miracle that, Jake Elliott made the 61-yard field goal. It was definitely a miracle that he made the 61-yard field goal. I mean, I wouldn't say that we didn't do enough to win this game. I'd be most disappointed that we gave the Giants a chance to win this game. But the Eagles, in my opinion, did a lot to win this game. And, I mean, they got to keep it good for 4 quarters. I don't care who's on defense, who's on offense. Keep it good for 4 quarters, which they did. I mean, so, yeah. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Go Birds. See you tomorrow. We'll be back at 4 o'clock, hopefully. So, yeah, all right, bye.